right? Features of a circle from its standard equation. Before I start on this homework, I'm going to go over here to Desmos, and I'm going to talk about equations of circles. And as you can see, I wrote this equation over here, and look, it graphs into a perfect circle. X squared plus y squared equals 16. I want you to notice properties of this circle. All right, clearly its center is the point 0, 0. And notice that it goes through the point 4, 0. Well, how does that relate to this? Well, this is actually Pythagorean's theorem. You can write this as 4 squared. See, it's literally a graphical version of Pythagorean's theorem. So that's what's going on. So I want to show you how I can move this circle around. So if I take and I subtract 3 here, look what happened to the circle. It moved 3 units to the right. The new center is at 3, 0. It still has the same radius of 4, but I've moved it to the right. Look what happens if I had done this. There. Again, this circle clearly has a radius of 4. This is still the same radius. Everything about it is the same. And that's still negative. But I move the center down 6 units. So if I type in something that looks like this, yet again, I have the same circle. The center is now the point -2, 4, right there. And its radius is still 4. Nothing changed about the radius. I can slide it all over the place. But my center is the xy values that make these 0. All right, so that's where my center is located. So that's the center. So if I go back here to this problem and I say, okay, what's my center? Well, my center is 5.2, -3.7, because that's how much I moved it. By subtracting 5.2, I slid it to the right 5.2 units, and by adding 3.7, I slid it down 3.7 units. That's exactly here. Now, what's my radius? Well, my radius isn't 49. Remember, this should say squared. It doesn't say squared. Well, what number squared gives me 49 is 7. All right, next one. Same idea. All right. This moved it 5 units to the right. This moved it 2 units down. And now I need the square root of this. Well, taking the square root of a fraction is just like taking the square root of any number. You just do the top and bottom separately. The square root of 81 is 9. The square root of 4 is 2. So my radius is 9/2. All right, here, they're throwing fractions in the mix. Doesn't matter. This is moving us -8 divided by 3 units to the left. They didn't do anything to the y, so that's at 0. And the square root of 1 is 1. Last one. I'm at, again, what happened here? This is moving it left 4, moving it up 6. Now, the square root of 48, that's the first one that's not nice. Now, I personally would do a square root, simplify, and you get down to 4√3. But they say if necessary, round your answer to 2 decimal places. So that means we need to go in and take the square root of 48 because it's not going to be a nice number. And that says 6.9282 says round to 2 decimal places. So 6.93. There we go. Again, hope it's pretty straightforward. Always, always, always ask questions.